First questions from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey, Justin, how's the whole 30 going?
I finished it. Finished my 30 days last Wednesday. Or this last Wednesday. Went well. I think I feel great. I think I'm in a good spot, and it's probably something I'll continue eating clean and still eating a lot of Whole30 meals, actually.
What prompted this decision to lose some weight?
The last like 4 or 5 years, I've always had a goal of trying to get down to around 200 pounds, or if not just under 200 pounds. And I always have kind of like plateaued at 201, 202, and never really been able to get there. And so when my wife, Courtney, wanted to do this Whole30 diet, I jumped on board and started seeing results right away. So I think I got down as low as 192 at one point. So working my way back up to getting right around 200 pounds, and but just doing it the right way, eating good and eating clean.
How do you think that would help you? That's going to help you over the course of the season?
Well, your guys' biggest knock on me is I don't stay on the field very often. So that's kind of a point of emphasis. I'm just trying to, be lighter, be more mobile, and be more durable.
And just on a macro level here, you guys are trying to do something that, repeat as champions. No team has done that since 2000, to the Yankees. It's been a long time. I think it's the longest drought for any of the 4 major sports leagues. I know it's a tough question to sort of ask here, or answer. But why do you think that is? Why do you think it's hard to win back-to-back in modern baseball?
I think we have a pretty good idea, since we've been to 3 of the last 4 World Series and only we're able to come away with the trophy in one time. So this room knows how difficult it is, how big of a challenge it is just to make it to the World Series. And then once you're there, it's even harder to win those last 4 games. So hopefully, we can break this little dry spell like we broke the 33 years of LA not having a championship. And I don't think we're looking at this year any different than any other year, right? Every year I've been a Dodger, we've come in and we've talked about winning World Series, and just because we were able to accomplish that last year, it doesn't change anything about our goals this year.
Is how you guys started 2018 a good lesson for maybe what not to do, I guess?
I think there's a lot of guys in this room that were a part of that team and experienced it, but there's a lot of guys in this room that have experienced a lot. And I think obviously playing in the World Series, going to Game 7 in 2017, ended up being our shortest offseason. So there was a little bit of a, I don't know, stigma. How are we going to respond? Short off season. We had a long year last year, trying to give guys rest. But then, we've been in the World Series 3 out of the last 4 years. It's almost feels like it's this short off season's a normal off season for us, and guys know how to prepare in that short window.
And just last one for me. Arizona today announced that anyone over the age of 16 and up are eligible for vaccines here. I'm just wondering if you're thinking about it, or if you're going to get vaccinated. Have you guys talked about it as a team?
I'm definitely thinking about it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I still have antibodies, but I don't know how long those will last. So there is some conversations going on with the training staff as to, the pros and cons of just getting it now if there's an opportunity to, or waiting to see how long my antibodies last. So I'm not sure what's going to happen yet.
Next question is from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead.
Yeah, Justin, the conversations among the team, how many guys do you think will get vaccinated as it becomes available?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I think it's a personal decision, and it's not up for me to talk about what other guys are going to do or not going to do. So I'm not sure. You'll have to ask them that.
Yeah, and your answer to one of Jorge's questions there about us guys, did you find it insulting or motivating to hear the criticisms, or I don't even know if criticism is the right word, but the speculation that you were not a good risk beyond 2 years?
No, I think, I was just kind of having some fun with you guys, but, it's my job to be available every single day for Dave to pencil me in the lineup. It's his job to decide, how many days he wants me in there. So I'm gonna do everything I can to be available every day and not have anything physical be a setback for that.
What is the free agency like then? When you were out there for a long time this year before you made your decision, do you learn things from that process and what you hear?
Yeah, I mean, this is my second time, well, third time technically, if you count being non-tendered by the Mets and being a free agent going through this. So going into it, I knew I was going to have to be patient. I knew, after the season that we had last year, there was a lot of uncertainty and a lot of question marks about what this year was going to look like. So that probably meant it was going to be a very slow process. So I was a free agent for a while, but it was something that was kind of anticipated. And I felt like I was in a good position all along to not have to rush into a decision or make a quick decision. And patience was kind of my friend in this year in free agency, and everything worked out the way it was supposed to. But yes, you're always learning. You're always hearing things, and teams are vetting you and asking you questions, and they're talking to other people in the organization who are familiar with you and asking those guys about you and what you're all about. So I've learned a lot that a lot of people's opinions matter when you're a free agent.
Based on your appearances on Intentional Talk, you and Courtney did a little cross-country traveling this year too. For those of us who've always dreamed of doing something like that, where did you go? What was it like, especially doing it, in the time of pandemic world?
Yeah, so usually every holiday season, Court and I head back to where she's from in Northwest Indiana, and with two dogs now, and the traveling being very iffy, we decided to rent an RV from Cruise America and just drive back to Indiana, and it was actually pretty awesome. We spent about 5 weeks on the road, did a trip down to Nashville, did a day trip up to Wisconsin, and just kind of took our time with the dogs and saw the sights. So it was a lot of fun. I recommend it to anyone who's interested. It's definitely worth it, and we'll probably do it again this winter, actually.
Last one, just on that big picture stuff. Early in camp, Dave said that he viewed things as this year you're only playing against 29 teams as opposed to in the past playing against 29 teams in your own history. Do you feel that has changed? Is that a tangible thing at all?
I mean, yes, I haven't heard that. I didn't hear that quote from him. That was a good way to put it, though. I felt that in years past. I did a Players Tribune article a few years ago talking about, growing up in Southern California and being well aware of the drought and what it would mean to the fans in LA and this organization. And, I think this year the burden is to, win a championship to prevent that year one of that drought again, right? Like the goal is to bring another championship home and bring them home year in and year out, and avoid another 33-year period where our fans don't get to celebrate.
Next question from Dave Vassay. Go ahead.
Hey, Justin, just to go back to what you said about being lighter on your feet, and that's the reason for coming to camp this way. How about the hitting side of it? Are you concerned that may change things for you? Does it make you a different hitter? Any of that in the equation?
Well, for being honest, Dave, I believe it was Adrian's 36-year-old year when you decided to race him in San Diego. So I was just trying to drop weight in case you wanted to challenge me this year.
I used your cleats, so I blame you.
I know you did. No, I feel good offensively. I feel like I'm in a good spot. Obviously, if I don't come out hitting a bunch of homers, there'll probably be everyone trying to, equate it to, oh, I lost weight, so I lost my power. But I don't think that's the case. I feel like I'm trending in the right direction right now, and things things are starting to come together, and I feel like offensively, I'm right where I need to be. About a week out of opening. Well, I guess today's 10 days. 10 days from opening day.
Have you felt in spring training what you wanted to accomplish with being a little bit more nimble defensively?
Yeah. Like I said, I feel good. I feel like I'm recovering better. I feel like, the sore achiness after playing a 7-inning game like I did the other day wasn't there, which I've usually experienced in the past. So I'm happy with the way I feel right now.
So another dimension of this, will you be involved in more stolen bases or any of the squeeze plays, being a runner at third base?
I mean, if you check my stolen base numbers career, I think I'm in like the high 80 percentile in success rate. So I'm not going to be trying to steal a lot of bases, but usually when I go, I got a good chance of being safe.
2 out of 3.
I think I don't remember the last. I think the last time I got thrown out a caught stealing was on a 3-2 like run and hit. So
maybe you could have a bet with Muncie who could steal more bases this year.
No, we don't need to be stealing a bunch of bases. We'll let Mookie and Belly and CT do that, and we'll just do our jobs.
Okay, thank you.
Next question is from Molly Knight. Go ahead.
Hey, Justin, congrats on winning the World Series.
Thank you.
Just a quick question for you. The county said that they'll allow 11,000 fans on opening day. Would you want to see the Dodgers raise the banner that day or wait perhaps later until it's sold out?
Honestly, I haven't even thought about the banner being raised. I think we're doing a ring ceremony on that first home day, and that's I'm obviously thrilled about that. And I haven't even thought about all the other stuff. But we have 4 million fans when we have full capability of everyone coming in and 100% capacity, we have 4 million fans that come through. So not everyone's going to be able to be in the stadium to see the banner raised. So I think it's appropriate to do on opening day and to have it televised, and everyone's going to be watching anyway because they want to see that ring ceremony. So
what will that mean to you to see that, to get those rings and to see that banner raised?
We finally accomplished what we were trying to accomplish over my last 7 years. We fell short a couple times, obviously had some tough endings to some seasons, and seeing the banner go up, getting that ring is going to be a good feeling. That's what every kid dreams of, winning a World Series, and we were able to accomplish that this year or last year. And obviously the goal is to win a few more.
Thanks, Justin.